before I begin,
Let's ruffle some feathers.
I thought that here's the thing. I wasn't on Twitter. I watched the digital presentation. I thought it was fine. Nintendo's presentation. Obviously, the big ones. Everyone predicted and knew that they were going to announce a new Star Fox game. You have Star Fox Zero come out. It looks fantastic. Obviously, why wouldn't it look fantastic?
But that's not a new announcement. People knew that already.
But it's the first time you're seeing it, and they're explaining the game.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't see why E3 has to be. Oh, we don't see the game at all until this point, especially for Nintendo. But we'll get into that. So they showed off Star Fox Zero. It looks cool. The digital event was cute because you had them change Miyamoto and Reggie, and it wanted to change into the puppets. That was really cute.
Yes.
They looked like Muppets. So Star Fox Zero, you can change your R-Wing into the tank, I believe.
And a walker, I believe, as well.
So the tank was in the GameCube version, right? But the
64 version.
Was it the 64 one?
Yeah, I believe so.
But the walker wasn't, and then there's also like a little hovercraft, sort of like a helicopter sort of thing where you can hover. So that's cool. Otherwise, it's going to be probably similar to the past Star Fox games. They did explain that there was elements from Star Fox 2, which was completed, never came out with Super Nintendo, that they wanted to put into this game. That's cool. They're going back to that. Hell, I still think they should release Star Fox 2 in some form. That would be great.
Right.
You know what I mean? Why not put it on for digital download? You know. So I had no complaints with that. Super Mario Maker, obviously, this isn't the first time we're seeing it, but this was sort of their mark. That and Star Fox Zero were sort of their marquee games to show off.
I cannot wait for Mario Maker.
I think it looks incredible.
Mario Maker is exactly what I love. It's why I like Little Big Planet. It's why I really wanted Mega Man Universe. It's why I used to mess around with simple game creating programs like Click and Play. Just give me the assets and let me go nuts. Like I can't wait to. And more important than making them, because I'm never going to make a goddamn good level in that game. I just can't wait to see the sinister levels people make with it and then try to beat them.
It's not just that. They're doing things that you haven't seen in Mario games, for like getting helmets of other like
Buzzy Beetle helmets.
Yeah. Stuff like that. There was one cool thing that it showed, like, wow, let's put a Goomba in water, see what happens. They're trying to float around and they have no idea what they're doing.
Or I think in the one trailer where the guy, for whatever reason, no reason, makes the wall of the rotating fire things, and it just looked cool as shit.
Oh yeah, and of course they showed this off during Nintendo World Championships that we'll get into. I also like the fact that you can switch between the 8-bit era versus 16-bit versus the modern, how it looks.
Yeah, you can go through you can go all the way from 8-bit up to New Super Mario Brothers Wii U.
So I guess on the newer ones you can do the wall jump. I'm not sure if you play the old version they put the wall jumping in for the older versions, if they would include that or not.
Well, it was a glitch originally in there, right?
What's that?
Wasn't that originally a glitch in the original ones, being able to wall jump?
You can't wall jump in original Super Mario Brothers. I mean, I'm talking literally like Ninja Gaiden, like jump from one wall to the other.
Oh, okay.
Like stick and rebound off of. So I'm not sure about that, but otherwise, it looks pretty cool. Now, obviously, you had people that were upset due to the quote-unquote lack of big titles. I thought there was a nice range that they showed off for both systems. Obviously, they were all killer titles. There was no new Metroid game, for example. That was probably the big one. Obviously, Zelda was pushed back. Now, Zelda being pushed back tells me two things. It probably tells me that it's not going to be available to play this year in any capacity. Otherwise, they would have announced it. I'm probably going to say the earliest you're going to see that will probably be before E3 next year. Sort of like a Splatoon release. That'll probably be the very earliest you'll see. It'll be like May of next year. The earliest. If not, you're going to look at after E3 sometime later summer or fall. I don't have a problem with them pushing back a Zelda game. If they want it to be perfect, take as much time as you need. Take as much time as you need. Now, there's some people, though, that are saying that this tells us that, oh, Zelda's not going to come out on the Wii U and it's going to come out in the next Nintendo system. And I think I don't know where that train of thought comes from. I don't know why they would do that. Nintendo's had a Zelda game in every system. Like, why would this be any different? Just Zelda was one of the first games during the tech demo that I was at back in 2011 for the Wii U. They showed a Zelda tech demo before they changed the look into more of the cell shaded. It looked more like the last one on the GameCube.
Twilight.
It looked more like Twilight Princess before they changed it. So you're gonna get your Zelda game. They're just not confident. They don't want to announce it. Nintendo doesn't like announcing stuff 2-3 years out. They want to do it. They know exactly when it's coming out. Within a year. That's basically probably what their strategy is for that.
This would be my concern. Mario Tennis is a new announcement, and it looks good. I absolutely love
That's
the
fun.
Mario Tennis games, and I love the Mario Golf games. I wish they would announce one of those for that system too, although the handheld one's just fine. Animal Crossing Happy Homemaker for the 3DS looks neat. I'm not so much into the Amiibo Fiesta one that they're doing for Animal Crossing. I believe it came out today that it's going to be a free download, but requires Amiibos to play.
Okay.
I'm not so crazy about the constant reliance on Amiibos.
If it's a budget title, I wouldn't have a problem. If it was like a $5-10
It's
title,
a free download, like I just said.
then it's fine.
Because
You're paying for the amiibo to play it.
I'm gonna buy an Isabelle Amiibo anyways, but how hard are these gonna be to come by? That's worrisome. Anyways, whatever. That's not my main point. A lot of the Wii U stuff that they showed is still just bigger reveals of stuff that they announced last year, like the Star Fox was known last year, and the Mario Maker. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of forward-thinking stuff that was announced, meaning I think a lot of people are scared because it doesn't look like literally they can't see much into the future. Now, I will counter that. Nintendo has never really relied on E3, not in past years. They've relied on their Nintendo Directs. And their Nintendo Directs have announced plenty of big things and conveyed tons of information to their loyal fan base. So I don't think it means that it's game over for the Wii U. I really don't. But I do understand the concerns about a lack of software. Last year was a great E3 for Nintendo, and they showed off tons of stuff. And the last thing that they showed off that people got excited about just came out, Splatoon, and everyone loves it. This year, it's just like, yep, we still have these games coming, and here's a couple small ones on the side. So I understand concerns, but like I said, I still don't think that means the Wii U is dead.
I think people have to remember, though, that the 3DS is just as important to Nintendo as the Wii U. And so they got to split their time and energy with that as well.
Yes.
And put out, because the 3DS is dominating still. And so they cannot ignore that. So, but still, the majority of games were, I'd say it was like 60-40 Wii U from what I saw. Obviously, you had people bent out of shape because of the sense of entitlement, I guess, because they were upset that there was a Metroid Prime space games sort of thing coming out in 3DS, but not something announced for Wii U. They went on and they downvoted the trailer like significantly.
They signed a petition to get it not released. It's like these people forgot that Metroid Prime Pinball doesn't exist. Metroid Prime has had spin-offs before.
Why are they insulted? They don't have to buy the game if they don't like it.
Exactly.
You're fucking babies.
I actually like weirdly themed sports games, so I will probably buy that day one.
If that's the case, then we never would have saw Mario Golf. If that's going to upset you, you know what I mean? Like who cares? The other thing people have to realize, like Ian said, what happens in the fall? What if they announce a Metroid game in the fall, Nintendo Direct, and people at that point be like, okay, that's fine.
We have Tokyo Game Shows coming up. I mean, Nintendo can announce things there.
Nintendo, unfortunately, to their detriment and to their benefit, goes by the beat of their own drum.
Yeah, they don't
give a shit about you and your schedule.
They don't run on an E3 schedule.
They don't, which probably means less pressure to get things out. It lets them probably focus on one or two big things at a time. Because trust me, they wanted to probably show Zelda. Obviously they know that they showed off footage last year, and this year so far has been okay. We got to take a step back. Maybe they came across something that's bothering them, or maybe it's another direction. An open world Zelda game that should get you excited, but it's going to take time.